My name is Lillian. Michael went out to visit a friend and never came back. I felt the world crumbled again. We buried him. Before you judge a successful woman who vowed never to marry a man she is more successful than, I hope you watch this video. And at the end of this video, I would like men to actually go to the comment section and drop their answers or what they feel about this video or the reason for this. With that being said, this is Marriage and Money with Priscilla. If this is your first time of coming across this channel, subscribe, like, comment and share. That is if you like what we do here, because in here we talk about marriage and money. We tell stories about how money has affected your relationship, whether positively or negatively. So if this is what you actually like, hit the subscribe button, comment, like and equally share this video for others to learn. My name is Lillian, and this is the story of how love, sacrifice and success taught me the hardest lesson of my life. I met Michael at my lowest point. I was struggling to make ends meet, living in a small one-room apartment in Lagos. My mother has just passed, leaving me with nothing but with her old sewing machine and a head full of dreams. I was broke, emotionally drained and barely surviving by sewing clothes for neighbors. That's when Michael showed up. He was different, kind, funny and full of dreams. He worked as a driver for a logistics company, earning just enough to take care of himself. But what I loved most was how he treated me. He saw potentials in me when I couldn't see it myself. One evening, he told me, "Lillian, one day you will own your fashion brand. You will see your name on billboard." I laughed because I couldn't even afford good fabrics at the time. But he looked me in the eyes and said, "I believe in you." Those words became fuel. We got married 2 years later. It was a simple wedding, no honeymoon, just love and hope. At first, life was sweet. We supported each other. We laughed over bowls of garri and shared dreams of a better future. But reality hit quickly. Bills piled up, customer delayed payment, and Michael's job barely sustained us. There were days we went to bed hungry, but we always said someday we would tell this story with smiles. Then everything changed the year I joined a business program, a training that changed my life. I met a woman named Mrs. Gloria, a wealthy fashion entrepreneur who loved my work. She took me under her wing, taught me branding, and helped me register my business officially. From there, things began to change. I started getting bigger orders, uniform for schools, wedding dresses, and eventually celebrity outfits. For the first time, I was earning real money. I upgraded my shop, bought new machines, and started employing tailors. I remember the first time I surprised Michael with a car. I thought he would be proud. Instead, he said quietly, "So now you are the breadwinner." I laughed it out without knowing that those words carry the seed of resentment. Over time, Michael started changing. He became distant. He stopped talking about dreams. He stopped smiling. He would sit silently scrolling through his phone while I worked late at night. Whenever I tried to talk or ask him what is going on, he would say, "You are too busy now. You don't have time for your husband anymore." But I was doing everything for us. I built a bigger house, furnished it beautifully, and even opened a business account for him to start something of his own. But instead of joy, it created distance. Then came the whispers from his friends and his family. "Your wife is controlling you. She's not the man of the house. Be careful before she replaces you." I didn't know those words were poisoning his heart. I thought we were together. But one night after a long day, I came back home to find a note on the table. "Lillian, I can't do this anymore. I feel useless in this marriage. You don't need me anymore. Goodbye." I froze. My hands trembled as I read it again and again. He had packed his things just like that. The man who once said he believed in me walked away. I tried calling, he didn't pick up. Days turned into weeks. His number stopped going. I searched everywhere. His friends, his families, no one gave me answers. It broke me. For days, I couldn't eat or sleep. My business slowed down. I would sit in my office staring on the sewing machine without having the strength to do any work. Remembering how we once shared dreams and goals, I kept asking myself, did success chase him away? Then one afternoon, I received a call from an unknown number. It was Michael's younger brother. Lillian, please come. Michael is in the hospital. That was what he said. My heart stopped. I rushed there immediately. When I saw him, my knees buckled. He looked weak, tinier than I can remember. He had an accident while working in another city. When he saw me, tears filled his eyes. Lillian, please, I'm sorry. That was what he said. I thought you didn't need me anymore. Everyone around me made me feel like a failure. That is the problem. The people around them will always make them feel like, I just wanted to be the man you fell in love with. I just wanted to be the one providing for you. I broke down and held his hand. But Michael, I never complained. I never needed your money. I just needed your love, your support, and your presence. Everything I built was because you believed in me first. You supported me. He cried silently and placed his head on my laps. I took care of him. I moved him back home from the hospital, cooked for him, and made sure he recovered. Slowly, my Michael started laughing again. We talked about old times when we had nothing but love. Then one morning, while I was preparing breakfast, he looked at me and said, Lillian, I'm proud of you. Don't ever shrink your light to make a man comfortable. If I ever made you feel guilty for being great, please forgive me. I smiled through tears. He promised to start afresh. He wanted to be part of my business to help manage operations and build again, and I agreed. But little did I know that life had one twist. If you have watched this point, please subscribe, like, comment, and share this video. Like so that YouTube will be able to show this video to other people that might be interested in this video. A few weeks after his recovery, Michael went out to visit a friend and never came back. He had a blood clot that no one saw coming. When the call came, I felt the world crumbled again. We buried him, the man who loved me when I had nothing, the man who couldn't handle my success when I finally became successful, and the man who returned only to live again. This story is actually making me emotional. Like, I want to cry right now. Anyway, let's continue. Meanwhile, subscribe, like, comment, and share. After his death, I took time to heal. And one day, while sorting through his things, I found a note inside his wallet. And the note says, to my Lillian, if I ever leave this world, never stop shining. Oh. I may have struggled with your success, but deep down, I was proud of you. I have always been proud of you. You became everything I ever prayed for. Keep going for us. I cried for hours that day. Lillian, you too cry. But something changed inside me. I realized that love isn't about who earns more or who leads. It's about growth, grace, and understanding. Today, I run one of the biggest fashion in my city. I also use part of my earnings to support newly wedded couples and also teach women financial independence. Because I learned something powerful. When love meets success, both partners must grow together, or one will get lost along the way. This story broke me, I won't lie to you, honestly speaking. But listen, one thing you must understand in life is this. Sometimes the people who help us to rise aren't strong enough to walk with us at the top. even your friends, your best friends. If you have noticed something like that, drop it on the comment section. But their role in our story remains sacred. That is why I don't like it when people talk against those they have left behind. If you have ever lost love because of success, remember, your light doesn't make you unworthy of love. That is one thing you must remember if you have ever lost love because of success. It just means you have outgrown some version of it. And now to the men. Dear men, why is it that you have a problem with the success of your wife? Don't you know that when you are successful and your wife is successful, the burden becomes lesser? When your woman is more successful than you, your own woman, or like your wife, your woman, it's either you become so arrogant or you start feeling resentment. Please do me a favor and go to the comment section and tell us why. And don't forget to subscribe, like, comment, and share this video. And turn on the notification bell so that whenever next I make a video, you'll be among the first people to be notified. Bye and see you in my next video.